Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spawncast episode 443. It's good to be here. It's been a week. And I'm going to welcome our guest first. Real Radic. Radic is here.
Thanks. Thank you for the invite once again. It's always a pleasure to talk with you guys. And lots of news to talk about this week, so I'm pretty excited.
People enjoyed your last time here. I was like, let's get Radic back in. Let's get him on.
So, appreciate it. Yeah, I'm very thankful for all the comments that were nice to me. Like very, very thankful.
Yeah, we got a good comment. Well, we mostly have a good comment section. Sometimes it gets off the rails, but for the most part,
Well, there has to be a villain on every episode.
Yeah.
OJ's not here this week, so it'll default to me. So you should be fine.
Couch GT is here. What wrestling show is on tonight?
Nothing. I'm literally just laying on the couch with a blanket on and silence and the space heater because I don't like to use the heat in the house.
Okay. So you're just in a quiet room, just hanging out on the couch.
Yep.
Just focused in. Okay. I like it. Good stuff. The Chromebook putting in work.
Yes, sir. Because that laptop you made me buy sure as hell isn't.
You should get that MacBook Air. You'll be all right.
I'm not.
Never. Celia, how's it going over there?
Going well. I too have a space heater because it is California cold right now, and I'm not having it.
What's California?
Yeah,
cold?
what is California cold?
In the
about
60s.
To say some crazy temp. Oh my gosh.
Okay. High 50s, low 60s. I'm freezing and dying, guys. This is horrible.
What's the temperature there, Sean?
30.
Yep, there's 32 here.
It's 32 that sounds
here.
like it physically
It's like 20 something last night.
It was 16 yesterday morning when I woke up.
What does that feel like? Because like the first time I went to like New York was like literally this past year, and it was 26, and that was the coldest I've ever experienced in my entire life. And like why?
Cold. And it's cold, and it's usually there's a lot of moisture in the air here too. So you'll go outside, and the whole grass is like covered in frost, and
as long as it's not windy, it doesn't bother me too much.
Yeah. If it's just like a very still cold, it's fine, you know.
But on the flip side of things, like when it's like 115, like closing up on 120, I'm totally fine. Well, it's hot, but like I'm okay. So I think it's like a balancing scale. How do you guys handle hot weather?
It doesn't get 115 here.
Okay,
well,
I live
90
in the desert.
something.
Okay.
But it's annoying here because when it's hot, it's like humid, 100% humidity hot here.
Okay.
Is what happens. Where I'm like 15 minutes from water. So
okay, maybe it sucks like year round. I'm sorry.
Water. Yeah,
my
it's not fun. It's not fun when it gets that hot here because it's like more than 100% humidity somehow. So
I'll go to the pool.
That's it. You can go to the pool. There you go. How's the temperature over there, Radic?
It's so like during that conversation, I'm trying to do mental math because I'm in Toronto, right? So it's like Celsius to Fahrenheit.
Okay.
Like, yeah. So like Fahrenheit's a system that makes no sense. Celsius is the one that actually,
calm down there, metric man.
Hey man, water freezes at absolute 0 degrees. Water boils at 100. Makes total sense. So it's been like -2 these past few days, which is
cold.
not bad. It's like I would say like 28, 29 degrees Fahrenheit.
See, you got a minus in there. It sounds like an emergency situation.
Oh yeah, Americans always like trip back when I say that. They're like, "What? A minus?" It's like,
There's a minus in there. I don't like it. Yeah, that's. I mean, either way, Celia's like dealing with 60-degree weather, so it's.
I'm dying, guys.
Yeah.
For next week, it's gonna be almost 80 though, so I'm complaining now, but I'll be okay.
80 in December. What are we doing around here?
Dude, yeah, 80-degree Christmas is awesome. You can go to the beach.
We usually hope for snow for Christmas.
So I guess to put into context, I've never been in snow, like ever.
Really?
Oh my god.
Really? That's interesting.
It doesn't snow over here. So
That's interesting. You've never seen snow before?
Okay, I've seen snow, like
in person seen snow.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I've never
really
experienced.
So no snowballs, no snow angels, no snowmen.
Yes, that
sweating.
That counts with not being in snow ever.
You never gone skiing or something? They have skiing.
Once again, never been in snow. Can't ski without snow.
Interesting.
So, no.
Huh.
That is crazy to me. Just in the Northeast this whole time, it's like snow is we deal with snow like once a year minimum, like constantly. So
yeah, and whenever I go to places that do usually snow, it's just like it just so happens that week like it's really freaking cold, but it just didn't snow. So like I'll miss it. So I guess I've been lucky. I don't know. I hear it's cold though.
Yes, we are. People are in the comments are realizing this, and I realize over at StreamYard it doesn't track that. But what we're doing tonight is actually for December we're raising money for Toys for Tots. So any donations you can see there's a little I don't know if that has a bar or just has an amount next to it. It's all done through YouTube, so it's not. None of us are handling it at all. It's all like a fundraiser set up with YouTube where you pick the organization. Here we have Toys for Tots, and it deals with all of that. So you can see right now it says total raise $64. So if you drop a donation, your name will come up here in the chat. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't have it set up to where you could then give us a message or something, which that would be nice. Yeah, I'm realizing this now, which is kind of unfortunate. But what I'll do is as we go through, I'll grab comments from the chat and stuff, and we'll do that throughout December. So we'll just questions and comments as we go along. So just trying to raise some money here for the holiday season. Okay. So we appreciate anyone who donates for Toys for Tots.
I call him John the Completionist.
Yeah, no, that's it. I'm not. Don't look at me.
God, guys.
Not dealing with that money. YouTube can deal with that. They got a system. They got a system. Let's see. Celia, you were in. We should bring this up just because just by the transitive properties. Bring up Mina as well. You were in Bloomberg.
Yep, I was all over Bloomberg. Yeah, I got a bunch of tags being like, "Hey, Celia, like, did you know?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm quoted in it." Like, Jason came to our office. Yeah, I'm playing with a propeller rat. I didn't realize that we were gonna post that one. It was really funny. I was just messing with it. So for it, yeah, we kind of lifted up the development curtain to kind of talk about kind of how it kind of is for indie studios. Things in general, not just indie, but like AAA as well, have been, pretty turbulent. And we find it very important to kind of have a human approach on things and kind of share like that sometimes things can be a little bit more difficult. Not everything's always sunshine and daisies. But, with Mina, we're very excited about the game. We're really confident as well, and like we're taking the time to put the much needed polish on it, and we're really excited for once it's ready to finally get it in everyone's hands. But yeah, it was it was a fun article. Sean, did you like Schmutz's cameo in it?
Well, see, I try to pull it up on Analog Allies, and like if you go to Bloomberg, it's like, hey, here's a massive ad that takes up like 95% of the screen, and I just scrolled to where it said how many copies you needed to sell before you had to work at Arby's, and then I was like, oh, okay.
Dude, we keep on joking that like legitimately, like I was texting with Jason because he's in on the Arby's joke. And I was like, oh yeah, we're confident in Mina, like it'll totally do well. And he was like, oh, or Arby's. And I was like, oh, wait, I hate how you know this. And also, yeah, our team keeps on joking that our backup plan is we still get to work together. We'll just work at Arby's. But it'll be fine. Mina's great, and we're really excited for it. So
I remember there was because we used to eat at Arby's. I think I've told this story before. But we used to eat at Arby's every day during second period of senior year because you could like smoke cigarettes in there, and they would open. It was either 10:30 or 11. I think it was like 10:30. And so like we would just walk in, and it got to a point where like as long as it was like the normal workers there, like they already knew what we want. So we would just walk in and sit down. They would bring us the food, and then we'd go up and pay them. But I remember there was this one assistant manager, was like a new guy, and you know how they have like the big Montana, which is like a half pound of meat. He was like, they're making a big Alaska. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, they're making a big Alaska, 1 pound of meat. And I was like, oh. And then I never saw him again, and they never released the big Alaska. So I almost feel like Arby's like corporate took him out and like killed him and then canceled the sandwich because like he leaked industry trade secrets.
Got to get ahead of that.
Arby's, okay, just to throw it out there, Arby's also leaks industry trade secrets. When we did the collaboration with them, legitimately, they fucking leaked it. And I was like, oh my God, guys, like, don't do that. And then they like confirmed it. I'm like, that's worse.
Right. I
remember when that happened. It was incredible. It's because they like were like super like were like, hey, we have to make sure, like nothing gets out and it has to be super secret. It'll be a big surprise. And we're like, cool, it's going to come out on Thursday. Awesome. Great. Cool. And then they posted about it prior to announcement. So whatever.
Oh, shit. John just
That's
got buried in the chat.
Arby's.
John, pull up that comment by Nintendo guy who's totally
What did I
not
do?
biased.
What happened?
He's a totally non-biased video game fan.
Oh, you genuinely believe that a hub world and NPCs ruined Metroid Prime 4 for you? I say it ruined it. I said it damaged it. It hurt it.
Buried. You
Hurt
tell him. You tell him. Nintendo guy 128.
Nintendo guy. Oh, that's right. No, Nintendo guy's been around, right? They've been around.
I don't know.
Well,
Sean, is that
Who's
you?
that other guy, Mr. M?
That's Mr.
Mario?
M.
Oh,
Mr.
okay.
M.
yeah.
He hasn't been around in quite a while.
Mm.
Maybe he'll come tonight. Maybe we can summon him.
Well, we do have Metroid Prime 4 to talk about. We also have the Netflix deal that's been proposed at this point. That's it blew up online. It was kind of crazy the amount of stuff going on there. The Game Awards this week. I figure we'll drop some predictions, and I also a lot of rumors been going around for it too. A random system all of a sudden is on everyone's radar because Black Friday week it outsold the Xbox apparently in the US. The Godslayer got a gameplay reveal, and unfortunately more bad news when it comes to game pricing, hardware pricing, because we lost a pretty serious RAM manufacturer when it comes to the consumer side. So a lot to go over there. Let me go around here. What's everyone been up to? What's everyone playing actually? Because I know Metroid Prime 4 is obviously going to be a game that like Sean and I will definitely discuss. But what's the word? What's everyone else been playing?
I've been playing Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Good one.
The recent beat 'em up from Tribute Games, and I think is it .emu or .emu as the publisher?
I always say .emu.
That's kind of how I look like too. .emu.
Okay. .emu. Yeah, so that's their new beat 'em up based on Marvel, and I played their previous game, the Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, with my boys. Played through the entire game in one sitting. Had a lot of fun, but that was it. Never went back to it. Never did any of the DLCs. And I'm a Fairweather Ninja Turtles fan, but Marvel is like something I'm more interested in. So when they announced this game, I'm like hell yeah! I'm obviously there week one, and it's been a blast. I like it way more than Turtles. Personally, I think the movesets are more interesting. So the way that this game is different than Turtles is like in Turtles you only pick one character, in Cosmic Invasion you pick two. So like and there's like a really cool like Marvel vs. Capcom-esque tag team mechanic. So while I'm fighting, let's say I'm fighting as Wolverine, I can summon Storm to throw a tornado or do like an electrical attack while I'm like doing the classic beat 'em up motions. And yeah, I think if you're a Marvel fan, highly recommend it. The only thing I'm not crazy about are some of the boss fights. I'm like, that was kind of lackluster. But yeah, after this podcast, I think I only have like 3 or 4 more levels left. So I'm looking forward to playing that. So yeah, Marvel Cosmic Invasion, pretty sick.
Oh, John, you turn off the donations? Now you got your money coming in? Now you hurting for money? What's going on there?
I saw that pop up. I was like, how did that even come through? Is because you can click, I think, the donate now thing, or you can click donate there. I need to make sure that's actually
all right.
You're
leading the mission, aren't you, pal?
Yeah. Let me.
All right. Well, you figure that out.
Yeah, let me figure this out. Go ahead.
I also played Marvel Cosmic Invasion, and pretty much flip everything that he just said to like polar opposite because
really.
I'm a very not gameplay wise. Gameplay wise, you're spot on. But just from like the fandom perspective, I'm a much more casual. Like half the characters, like Axel and I don't even know who these people are. Like I know the X-Men people, like I know a few Marvel characters, but like I'm not really big into the Marvel universe. But no, gameplay wise, yeah, it's awesome, and I like leveling up people, and I like all of the different characters that you get, and the characters that you unlock is really cool as well. And I mean, pretty much if you see a game that's being done by .emu and Tribute Games, I think it's gotten to a point where it's like, okay, this is gonna be like something really good. Then I played very briefly because my save file, I don't know, I think I have like multiple Ubisoft Connect accounts. I checked out Assassin's Creed Shadows on the Switch too, just to kind of look at it from a technical perspective, because I did think that they did a really good job with Outlaws, even though it's not a great game. I will say there are times where the game looks pretty good, and then you get into a city, and like I don't, it's just the frame pacing is just it's just terrible. Like it's very noticeable and choppy. So I'm sure they'll fix it with some patches and stuff like that. But definitely a game that needs some work. I then played Sonic Racing Crossworlds on the Switch too, which I honestly did not know got an upgrade path, because I bought the crusty Switch version just for a video. I was like, man, I like the core game, but I don't really care for this version that looks terrible and doesn't run very well. But the Switch 2 version, it was a $5 upgrade, because I think it's on sale, and super good. Looks a hell of a lot better, 60 frames per second, a hell of a lot more fun, and I really like that game. I think it's a very underrated game, and I get it, some of the Sonic racing games can be a little bit hit or miss, but this game in December will have nights being added into it, which I mean just puts it a cut above, and I will be buying that DLC. So if you want the Switch 2 version, pick up like the Switch 1 version goes on sale all the time. Pick it up for like 30-40 bucks. Get the I think the $5 upgrade is a sale. I think it's 10 after the sale ends, but regardless, if you can get the game for 30 or 40 bucks and get the $10 upgrade, that's a hell of a lot cheaper than buying the $70 version. So just do that. And I also played Metroid Prime 4.
Okay. I went through and just turned off super chats completely on the channel to make sure.
All right.
I don't know why it's really weird the way they mixed that up there. I mean, there were some that came through, but I'll read those. Should be good now. Celia, what were you playing this week?
So I've been playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, the one that came out in 1999.
The first one or the second?
Yeah, the first one. I have the
let's
deluxe
go.
version on Steam.
Nice.
And like the reason for it though is that I, used to always mess around with it and whatever, but I never actually like played the game and like did the achievements and like went through each level.
Yeah, me too. Never touched that.
Yeah, I just made like weird murder parks because that's what you do when you play these games. And so I was like, since I never beat it, I should probably do that. And it's a very large game. I'm finding that out very quickly. It's also a very stressful game because I didn't realize when you're working towards those achievements, like you have to really, what's the word, like strategize about things. And because like if you make the paths too windy, then guests get lost. And like if you have like over 1,000 guests in your park, the little like notification thing keeps on beeping and telling you different guests are lost.
I remember that. Yeah.
And it's stressing me out. Like I'm having like a conniption. Like I'm just freaking out, and so I'm having fun doing that. It's like really relaxing because you get to micromanage, and then it's also very stressful because you also get to micromanage. So I'm doing that to myself for some reason. Besides that, on my list of games to play, besides that, I'm gonna be checking out Mumbo Mania. It's that fan.
Oh, that's on Dream.
Game that's on Dream. Yeah. Everyone kept on tagging me on it, and I'm like, yes, thank you for keep on like reminding me about it. I'm so excited about it. I love Banjo-Kazooie, so I'm really excited about that. And then there's one other game that's like I have the key for it. I need to play it. So once I take a break from more Roller Coaster Tycoon, it's called Despelote.
Oh my gosh!
Did I say it wrong? Oh, my bad.
No, you said it. You said Despelote.
Yeah. Okay. Did I say it wrong? Is that how it's supposed to be? Okay. Well, anyways. Well, if I mispronounced it, I'm sorry in advance. But I heard really great things about it and how unique it is. And so I was really looking forward to checking it out. I think it's also nominated for a game award right now.
Several awards that it better win. It's one of the highest rated games. It's one of the highest rated games of 2025.
Oh, hell yeah. So yeah, I'm really excited. John, I'll give you my thoughts once I play it.
Okay, we're ready. We've been talking about the game for a long time now. Sean just likes the way it sounds. So.
Oh, okay.
I just like the name of it.
He just likes the name. He has no idea what the game. Did we ever look up what the game was?
Yeah, it's like a
sportsy game.
It's like a story about like a kid who wanted to play soccer and has hardships. It's artsy fartsy game.
Yeah, I've seen it like demoed at PAX like quite a few times, and like I kind of just like looked at it and I'm like, that looks cool. So eventually I will play that. So I'm excited to see what it's finally about.
So while we did play Metroid Prime 4, I did run through the Battlefield 6 campaign. Took like
I'm sorry.
5 hours maybe.
I'm sorry, dude.
And that was it. It was not very good. It was, I mean, I don't know. I would say it's like that and Call of Duty are in the, not even a mid off. It's less than that. It's unfortunate. I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, it was different missions back to back, but it was mostly just, hey, look, we can blow stuff up and shooting gallery, and then you're out.
Yeah, the word generic gets used a lot, but it is truly like one of the most generic pieces of media I've ever experienced in my life. The
probably. I mean, probably the best. There was one mission where you were all of a sudden you're in New York City in townhouses, and you're going from townhouse to townhouse. That was like the one mission I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Otherwise, it's mostly desert, kind of jungle, and then that's it. That was the whole thing. I don't know. It really didn't take long. I guess that's the one benefit to it. It was 9 missions, I think.
Yeah, it was 9. I remember once I got that trophy, my game crashed. I'm like, okay, that's the sign from God telling me I should delete all that story campaign files, save some storage space, never touch it again, and just play the multiplayer.
Yeah, the single player, there's really no need to play the campaign like at all. I thought it was going to teach you more about the game that you go into the multiplayer with. Not really.
No.
They show you how to use a drone. I don't know. That's about it. So
they shut down that studio, right? Like there was like a specific Battlefield single player campaign studio that was working on this game, and they shut it down sometime last year.
They might.
There was like a whole controversy, like they weren't in the credits, and like people got pissed about that. Yeah.
There were so many studios worked on this Battlefield game to get it out. It's hard to say like how many of them, because some of them could have been transferred to other studios, but they shut somebody down basically on the way to this game coming out. And that's probably, I mean, look, I doubt many people played it, because when I was going through and I got achievements on the Xbox, when it comes up with the achievement at the bottom, it tells you the percentage of people who unlocked that achievement. And I think after the 3rd mission, it went into like the less than 1% area.
Yeah.
It's like 0.6% got this trophy or this achievement. I'm like, I've played this game for an hour and a half. How are we at 0.6% already?
Yeah. Once you see those numbers, they're definitely like achievement hunters, trophy hunters for sure.
Yep. So I understand people probably bought it and then immediately loaded up multiplayer. That's fine. There's no need for campaign. So unfortunately, if they're going to put that kind of effort into it, it may as well just be a multiplayer game.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see. We did play Metroid Prime 4 came out on actually came out Thursday. I got it on Wednesday because I went to Australia and picked it up. And Sean, you played it too. You played all the way through it.
Yep.
You beat it. Yeah. How long did it take you to beat?
11 hours and 45 minutes, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I was basically that for me. I think it was 11:30 something or whatever. But I played through it. It was, and people were wondering if like did a speed run through it. Not really. I mean, I was actually going around even in somewhat in the desert and other places looking for upgrades. Like I went back with powers that I remembered. I was like, oh yeah, I can go back and get some kind of path there. And it didn't even lead to anything that was necessary. It's like, I had almost all my life tanks at the top full. Like I actually got a lot of them. So no, I kind of hung around a little bit before I finished the game. So I think if you want 100% the game, it's probably like a 15-hour experience for Prime 4. And I feel like that's fine.
What was your scan percentage? Do you remember?
68% or something like that.
Okay, I think mine was 59.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't going through it thinking I'm going to scan every single thing, because when you beat it the first time, you get hard mode unlock. And that's, if I was going to go for 100% completion, I would do it on hard mode, go for 100% scanning, 100% items, just do all of it in one shot and take as long as I need to then. So that was part of the reason as well, was I'm going to get through normal. And then if I want to go back, I'll do hard mode and then go through it that way because you unlock like movies and concept art in the gallery as you go. And that is tied to scanning and other completion bonuses. And there's a whole secret ending and stuff you can get to, like with other Metroid Prime games. So they stuck to the traditional format for that. But I'm playing this game, and I was telling you guys as I was going through it, I was like, okay, the first few hours, this is looking good. This is looking really good. I don't understand like what a lot of these reviewers are talking about with these 80s out here, or these 6 out of 10s. And I still kind of don't with that, but I was going through, and then the bike comes in, and the desert comes in, and
all your friends come in.
the friends, yes, the friends.
You don't get a weapon upgrade. You get a weapon chip that you need to go all the way back.
Okay, that wasn't just me who noticed that then, right?
Oh no, I noticed that.
That you get like, of course you get different elements stuff. They showed this in the previews where you get like fire,
Ice.
for example, ice, yeah, any of that stuff, right? You get different elements, and they give you a chip, and it's not, oh, Samus then just takes the chip and put it into her blaster, and all of a sudden that happens. You have to then go all the way back to the base, and it gets better because there's no fast travel. it's like, all right, now
there's not even
drive
like,
across that area.
It's not like I don't even need like direct fast travel. Like if you're just giving me like a vicinity, like a teleporter, like okay, that's cool. No. And the problem is, I know people are going to be like, oh, well, what's the problem with that? What's the big deal? The problem is what it's doing is it's artificially elongating the game. Because I think if it wasn't for the non-spoiler, but if it wasn't for the final thing you have to do before you go to the final area, and I think if the weapon distribution was like in every other Metroid game where you just pick up a weapon and then you have that weapon without having to go back to the base, I think that shaves 3+ hours off of your gameplay.
It's a few hours, yeah. Yep, it is. You go back and forth across that desert a lot.
And like the last thing that you have to do before you go into the final area is something that I had been doing throughout my playthrough. And I thought, once I realized what I had to do, I thought, oh, well, I'm probably pretty close to what I need in order to do that. Like I had been consciously I would say subconsciously focusing on it a little bit just as I'm driving throughout the desert. And it took me 1 hour and 45 minutes to do what I needed to do. And it's not like this task is a fun task that's engaging and so no, it is anything but that. And so it was just like, wow, they really it almost feels like it almost, I don't even know. Like I can't really explain a similar feeling to where a game just feels so disjointed at times, because I don't think it's a bad game. Like I said in my video, I think it's a good game, but there's something off with it. So I almost want to hear like the story behind it, because I almost feel like it was something where like this game obviously cost a lot of money because it was originally a Bandai Namco thing. It's been in development for so long, and then they scrapped it and I had to start all over again. I almost feel like this is a situation where Nintendo was just like, hey, we're moving on from the Switch. Just get this shit out the door and do what you got to do to make it a decent length game. And that's kind of what they did, because as someone who has played all the other Metroid Prime games, this is on the bottom of my list. I really honestly go 1, 2, 3, 4 for my favorites, but the gap between 1, 2, and 3 to 4 is definitely more sizable than like 2 to 3 or 1 to 2 or something like that. And that's not to say that the game is horrible. I think it's good, but there are core fundamental decisions that were made with the game design in mind that are just it's not entertaining for the player. And because there's some moment, like I honestly feel like, John, the jungle area, that first area past the little intro, well, I'll even throw in the intro scene. I think the intro scene and the jungle area are the two most interesting places you visit.
I like the jungle area itself. Looks really good in motion. I mean, the whole game looks really good on the system. I didn't play it on the Switch 1, so I can't really speak to that. But on the Switch 2, if you want a game that shows off like some of the best visuals I've seen for a device pulling 10 watts, this is it. People would point to Cyberpunk, but I do think how sharp the game looks and then how smooth it is with 60 or 120 frames per second adds a lot to it. And it kind of always has with Metroid. On the GameCube, when it showed up and it was 60, it was like a big deal and how it looked. But I think the I like the ice belt actually quite a bit too, and part of that's because it did lean into some of the more like solitary feeling of Metroid. Since also the character there was probably, I don't want to say the most bearable, but I actually was fine with that character, the companion. He's more reserved though. That might be why, because eventually you get out there, and after the ice belt stuff, he's like not necessarily the sniper, but he had his leg was kind of injured. That character I think was maybe because he wasn't as out there as some of the others, was a bit easier to hang out with.
I like the black guy the best.
He was, yeah, the sergeant.
That's not who you're talking about. You're talking about. Are you talking?
No. I'm for you. The sergeant.
Oh yeah. I liked him. I didn't like what the other person he brings along, but I liked him.
Oh.
And like it, like I get what they're doing, kind of, but once again, it's kind of like they're kind of pointless additions. And like, okay, here's something that bothers me. I didn't even mention this in the video. But like Samus never talks, and it's like, okay, so they're having a conversation with Samus, and she's just standing there like a fucking mute. Fine, but when she gets hit, you hear the oh, and it's like, well, wait a minute, you have a voice. I just heard you scream out in pain. So why are you like, if you're gonna go in that direction, the other M direction, if you want to call it that. Like, go in that direction.
Oh, that would have been crazy if she started talking and like at length. I feel like I think that would have gotten worse. Like for this game.
What did you think about the enemy variety or kind of lack thereof? Not bosses, but the enemies themselves.
Yeah, because it was a lot of metallic enemies, and then you'd occasionally run into like the creature, the monsters, but then they just change the color on them. Like there'd be a green one, or like there'd be one that's like kind of red. Yeah, I mean, there had some mini bosses in there too that were kind of cool, but that's the thing. A lot of the memorable ones were indeed just that, were bosses and mini bosses, not necessarily just the grunts that you run through. But I thought about, the thing that comes up and people are talking about in the chat are the green crystals. So people see that in the online when people are showing footage, you dash through green crystals and use that as currency as you go through the game and stuff. But I thought about, with the green crystal stuff, why don't they just have the enemies drop kind of like green crystals?
Well, I mean, a lot of them are like sick with the green crystal, that's why they're green, because they've been infused with the green crystal. So yes, why don't they? Because then you don't get the extra 2+ hours you'll need to do the final thing if that is a thing.
I'm not spoiling this game, but man, if this is a spoiler discussion, I'd be pointing out some craziness that happens towards the end of the game.
Well, Nate said it was in a lot of the reviews, but I didn't read the reviews. I just looked at the scores and talked about it. But now I understand. I
might go back and read some of those reviews now, because I was worried, like yours. I didn't want anything to necessarily get spoiled. Although I kind of wish now I'd read it, because I feel like I would have played through parts of the game a little differently when it comes to those green crystals. But it's I might go back and look at them now. I'm just curious.
Mr. M is here. Metroid Prime 4 is basically the Ocarina of Time of Metroid games. Oh my! What drugs are you taking tonight, buddy? Pass them this way. Pass them this way.
It was more than 3 to 4 years, but it wasn't in development technically for 7 or 8 years, because they rebooted it in 2020.
Yeah, 2020. So.
You know what, Sean?
It's been that long. Oh my god.
Yeah. That there was that video where they basically came out on camera, and it almost sounded like they were going to cancel the thing, and they're like, no, we're sending it over to Retro. I kind of wonder, because we had those interviews before where basically Nintendo has a gameplay idea and they build the game around it. I almost wonder if that idea was just the bike.
Chat says it was 2019.
If it was the bike.
Chat says 2019. January 2019 is when they did the announcement.
Oh, there you go.
So that's
January
an extra year.
2019. Yeah.
But then you could get into the whole thing. Well, what the fuck has Retro been doing besides, hey, here's Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, and here's Donkey Kong Returns. Like, I don't know. I would love to hear, because I think there is a mass, and I'm just basing this as someone who has played and beaten the game. I think there is a massive story behind this game, like development wise, not even including the Bandai Namco. I think there is a massive story at Retro Studios that should be told about this game, because I feel like I almost it almost feels like a game that's being pulled in multiple different directions at once. Like, we want to do this, but no, we don't want to do this. And it's like, I don't know, after 18 years, expectations are going to be pretty high. But go ahead.
I think it's because you see like some of the brilliance of retro in this game when it's trying to be Metroid Prime, and it's really good at it. And then it almost has this weird moment where it hands off to someone else who's made the game, kind of. And it's like, this doesn't even seem like something Retro would be doing.
Yeah, like that's because like visually speaking, like you said, man, the game is. There are moments where I was just like, wow, this is fucking pretty. Music, I saw some people asking about the music. I would say the music is decent, but
really, I thought it was good. Really, I thought it was pretty good.
It didn't hit as hard though. Like
that opening area though had that music was good.
Yeah. Like I said, I really enjoyed the opening stuff of the game, and then I got to the Volt Tower thing, and
I thought Volt Forge was pretty good too. No, it has some of that guitar in the background.
Oh, well, music wise, yes. Aesthetically, I wasn't a fan of that. I was not a fan of that.
It's too clean looking.
It's brown and purple. Like, I don't know. You could have done some splashes of colors maybe in the enemies or something, but music's decent. It's like I could listen to Metroid Prime 1 soundtrack, and there's like so many classic songs. I didn't really have that same sort of feeling with this, but it's definitely not bad or anything like that. So, presentation wise, voice acting aside, it's good. It's really, I'll say it's great for the Switch 2 and Switch. I mean, it's by far the best looking. If the Switch 1 version, it runs at 60, right?
Switch 1
so
version
I mean, that's going to be probably one of the most visually impressive games on the system. But yeah, couple decisions with that gameplay definitely dampen the experience.
Yeah, it has like those little details where when you go into the menu or the map screen, you'll see a quick reflection of Samus in like the screen.
But they've been doing that for and that's another thing.
Toy Story 2 on PS1 did that too.
They've been doing that in Metroid Prime forever. That's another thing that I noticed with this game is like, and I get it. It's a good thing in some regards because Metroid Prime gameplay is really good. But it almost feels like they set up things to where it's like, oh, there's her reflection. I remember that in Metroid Prime 1. Oh, here's a waterfall. Let me stand under it. Oh, the condensation. I remember that in Metroid Prime 1. Oh, the lock-on system. I remember that from Metroid Prime 1. And let's just be clear about the psychic abilities. It's just the same abilities that you've always had for the most part, just with psychic included in front of the title. So like it's a psychic morph ball bomb. Like it's like, okay, just call it a morph ball bomb. Like you do a couple little puzzles with the psychic ability, but it's nothing crazy.
The combat was you're right, is very Metroid Prime. So is a lot of it's taken from basically the other games. But I do think it was a bit more responsive. It's faster. You have the dodge, the grappling hook comes into play. But you know what? I wouldn't have minded seeing just something extra on top. And I thought about maybe a melee of some kind, like something, not necessarily a parry, because that I know we got that with Dread, and people might be a little on a parry system for this. But even just a melee of some kind could have been kind of cool to add in.
I just think for me, I wanted this to be the biggest and best Metroid Prime game ever.
Yeah.
And to me, it's not like.
I think it can. I think they can do it though. That's the thing. I parts of this game I see and I'm like, man, they could do it. They could. Make the Metroid Prime game.
The way that the story ends, I mean, it's clearly setting up for another game.
I think they're doing Prime 5, yeah. So that's why I'm like, let's start talking. I was like, in my video, I was like, let's come up with some ideas how they can.
Is that what you want them to do, or do you want them to go back to like Donkey Kong or like another Nintendo franchise? Prime 5.
I mean, that's what Retro does. Like, this is their first new game in fucking how long?
And it's a Switch. If you remember, it's a Switch 1 game.
Right,
I'd like to see them go, you know what? It's 60, it's 4K 60. We're not going to have a 120 mode because they probably had the 120 mode because it was a Switch 1 game and it just the Switch 2 is just much more powerful than the Switch 1. I'd like to see them go, you know what? We're going to develop specifically for the Switch 2. We'll do ray tracing, all kinds of other stuff, and we'll make it happen. So I'd be curious to see what they can do with that hardware exclusively.
And for fuck's sake, can we please acknowledge the other hunters within the why is Silex the only one that they take from Metroid Prime hunters? Where is Trace? Okay? Where are all these other hunters that I grew up loving? Spent my early 20s spending many hours
Early
with.
20s.
Like, bring them back. Like, what are you doing?
Wait, early 20s. Is that when you were running down the street?
Yeah, because I wasn't getting an L against a fucking cheater with a action replay on their DS. If you disconnect naturally from your internet connection, you don't get in trouble.
So you ran down the street rather than just unplug your router.
No, because my friend was over, and I didn't want, if he was in a game, I didn't want to fuck him up.
Well, that's the thing with this though. That desert Soul Valley is what a lot of people are bringing up. The thing I did like about Soul Valley, I'll throw this out there. I like the idea of the shrines. They have shrines that are kind of like Zelda-esque. There's not many. There's a handful of them, I think. But I wouldn't mind if they went to a traditional Metroid Prime format without some kind of open zone area like Soul Valley. If you found those off of maybe hidden branching paths in different areas, biomes that would normally interconnect together, if you had those shrines as like a little secret area that you find in maybe like the forest biome or something.
Yeah, like it is kind of weird how kind of not conjoined the world is. Because I feel like they could have just made like a really big, cool world instead of having a really large desert interconnecting to essentially what? 1, 2, 3, 4 different areas, and then like a 5th area at the very end. Like,
so Radic, I want you to picture part of Ghost of Yote where there's like a section of the map, because this Soul Valley is not as big as the map in Yote. It's take like a quarter of that, but you can't fast travel at all when you're doing a lot of this stuff. Like no fast travel whatsoever. That's kind of what we're seeing here with the Soul Valley stuff and what we're mentioning about how it kinda...
But like, let's say if I wanted music, could I like scan an amiibo to get some music early?
Well, no. Yeah. So the thing with that is you need it has to be this. People are confusing which amiibo it was as well that unlocks the music.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's the Samus. I think it's the Samus amiibo, not the one on the bike. Right?
Yeah, not the one on the bike.
Is it this one?
To get the music on the bike.
No, it's the Samus, the new Samus amiibo. No, you got to buy that one.
You got to buy the new one. That's $30, pal. Pony up.
And it unlocks the jukebox, which you can also unlock by 100% scanning everything. But I feel like by the time you've 100% scanned everything, you're probably
it's kind of
done
like
with the game.
But does it like carry over to like a new game plus or at least something like that, or no?
I'm gonna be honest with you, buddy.
It should.
I don't think many people after playing this are going to want to do another run through of it. Like especially not in I will not be replaying this game for at least a year. You know, I'd like to see how I feel about it in a year or two. And I feel like when most people get done with it, they're probably going to feel very similar.
You don't think it's a game people look back on in like 10 years and they're like, man, that was bad timing.
Yeah, misunderstood. Yeah. The quiet sadness of Soul Valley type shit. Yeah.
So to jump in the conversation, hi guys. I haven't played the game, so I have nothing to add to this by going, Anyways, so since you guys have played it, I know that I think it was last week, we guessed the Metacritic score of the game.
Yes.
Does it meet your expectations of what you guessed? Do you feel personally if it's higher than your score, lower? What do you think?
I guessed a 90, so it is much lower, unfortunately.
I guessed an 86, and it is lower than that as well.
Yeah, so I think you would
an 85, and I think I won.
I think you were the closest. Yeah, I think so. So there you go. Yeah, unfortunately, I was off by about 10 points. So you can kind of see where my mindset was going into that with my expectations for Metroid Prime. So
It's okay.
Is there any idea of like a post-launch content, like updates or like
I don't
expansions?
think they said anything. So
Okay.
until we hear from the mouthpiece, like we'll find out.
Yeah,
I kind of feel like they're moving on. I think so.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, I definitely feel like this was a Nintendo being like, hey, get this shit out now. This is like our most expensive game ever. And
Yeah, a lot
let's
of development in the U.S. So, yep, it's gonna cost them something.
Oh, one last thing before I forget. Did you try the mouse thing? Because I thought that looked kind of cool, like the mouse control.
You can switch to it. It'll ask you right in the beginning. You could switch to it. So I did break out the 2 Joy-Cons just to try it, and it was good. But I think if I use the mouse controls, I would probably do it in 120 mode because it does feel that. Actually, you can feel it's more responsive. It kind of tracks with the cursor better there. But I was going to play 60, and I was using my Pro Controller the whole time. So I did turn off one. There was one motion thing that sounded cool at first, and then I started using it, and it was not a good idea. I think it's on by default. But basically, when you aim or look to zoom in, it all of a sudden lets your Pro Controller move the cursor around with motion. Dude, that was messing me up so bad. I don't know what was going on, but I would actually end up, when I do that, I would end up moving the controller a little bit for some reason, and it kept happening. It's like, nah, that thing getting turned off. So, I don't know. You do a lot of strafing in Metroid, so maybe that's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I messed around with the mouse a little bit, and I was just like, that's cool. But I also was 4K 60, and then, all motion control was turned off for me because it wasn't really adding anything to my experience, I felt.
No, it does not ruin Metroid. We've had. I mean, this is so. The reason this is more disappointing for me is because I was thinking this was going to be one of those generational releases. Because I mean, Metroid Prime typically can turn in those kind of experiences, and it just didn't quite hit that bar. But it was a good game still. In fact, I would actually recommend it to people because it's like the best technical wise. It's the best game on the Switch too, I'd say, in terms of visuals and performance and even features. You can say HDR is really good on it, mouse mode, all that stuff. So it has a lot going for it. They just, man, that desert did some damage.
It's better than Federation Force, you know.
There it is.
That's
another M.
If that didn't kill Metroid, I mean, you know.
I was gonna say we had other M in Federation Force, so other M was incredibly controversial.
I liked it.
I just mean, like, you look back on it, man. People were. You think people are fighting it out right now on Metroid Prime 4 online, dude. Other M was crazy
also
release.
Tecmo, so that made it weird to begin with.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I remember the internet meltdown when the 3DS game got announced at the E3 2015.
Federation Force.
Yeah, that was a very funny day on Twitter.
That game fucking blew ass.
We have the Game Awards this week, December 11th. All right, it'll probably feel like it runs way too long. I'm gonna watch it and get down as many of the announcements as I can. But Game of the Year, of course. Anyone want to predict what they think it is?
33.
Come on,
man. Everybody is looking at Expedition 33.
Come on, bro.
I want to see if anyone's thoughts changed.
I haven't played it, but like what everyone's like talking about on social media, like the way the critics have been loving it. And, like I feel like a 33 is going to sweep like the whole thing.
Yeah, I did a poll asking people what would be most likely for the upset, and people say Silk Song, and I don't think Silk Song's upsetting it, so it's probably 33.
Yeah,
that's probably what's gonna win. But we know, and I ran a poll on this, and as obvious as you figure, like 85% of the people tune in for the announcements. They're not there for the awards necessarily. So it's kind of like a mini E3, right? And now people are trying to guess what exactly is going to be there. All right. So we have that statue that's been in the desert. You're not anywhere near that, are you, Celia?
What? Sorry. No.
There's a statue in the.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, I saw. Sorry, I got confused what you're asking me. I joked on Twitter that that's a really weird way to announce Banjo 3E, but I'm for it. So that's my vote. What do you guys think it is?
There was a message that was put out. Of course, Jeff is teasing this.
Oh, he's loving it, bro.
Oh, he's having fun. He loves that stuff.
And people are now trying to link it to Lords of the Fallen 2 after what
that would be the most disappointing reveal, probably. No disrespect.
I mean, you could get more disappointed. They can zoom out and it's an RTS. and then
Fair.
people might
That's
tune
fair.
out.
That's fair.
But you're right, Radic, in that not exactly the most exciting thing people are hoping to see. I'm curious if Lords of the Fallen 2 would have that kind of a pull or budget with Jeff, because he is like hyping this thing up. It's like constant. So either it's got to be a lot of money changing hands for Jeff to be hyping it up this much, or it has to be a big reveal that would then also work to pump up his numbers.
So did you see what Jason Schreier say about this earlier today? Like he had another.
What did he say today? I've been following.
So I pulled it up on Gaming Leaks and Rumors, that subreddit. Mm-hmm. Jason Schreier says statue game is, quote, very cool and many will be excited for it.
That's not I'll be real. That's
Jason.
Yeah, that's like so that rules out a mobile game. I don't think Jason is a Lords. I'm just assuming. I don't think he's really talking about Lords of the Fallen here.
No, not to downplay Lords of the Fallen 2, but I don't think that's the one that's like people are gonna be that like hyped excited, because they already kind of know about it anyway, right?
Yeah,
half the fun is seeing it for the first time. Man, people are thinking it might be an Elder Scrolls thing. Doesn't seem like it's that. People are thinking God of War. Corey Barlock says not that. Although he said GOW, he could be saying it's not Gears of War.
True, but I believe Corey on this one. Like I know he has a reputation of trolling, but I do believe he's genuine there, because I do think that there might be a God of War announcement, and this is just my prediction. I think it's time for that 2.5D Metroidvania God of War game to reveal itself. I think that would be like a great announcement from PlayStation Studios. They already have a bunch of games lined up, but like in terms of something new, other than like a Death Stranding 2 PC port, I think God of War Metroidvania, it's time.
I think the answer is clear. Is Despelote 2.
Yeah. My vote's with that, Sean.
Great idea. Jason said it wasn't Diablo, right? That statue wasn't teasing Diablo?
No, I these are just all the guesses people are putting in chat right now. So I was going.
I can see it being a From Software game.
FromSoft keeps coming up too. I mean, it's just the art style for it and stuff, how it looks, design. It does look very FromSoft, doesn't it?
I mean, their output is insane. So like, I wouldn't be surprised if they had like a secret team.
What if we got a Bloodborne too?
Maybe it's just Duskblood.
It does. The Duskbloods, yeah, okay. It could be that.
I've seen some like Divinity Original Sin 3.
Yeah,
maybe.
Belond.
Okay,
it's definitely Belond. I can confirm that.
Yeah, that's that statue. I wonder how they're going to present. Are they going to show the statue from like a camera angle perspective, and they go to the stage? And
they do like a drone shot, and they like
drone back in. They just
whatever
the statue.
Whatever it is, I really hope that the Muppets announce it. Like, I think that would be great.
It'll be like the Simpsons episode where Lisa finds the angel, and then disappears, and then it's the new mall.
That's all right. I remember that one. What episode was that? What season?
I want to say
that was like in the first 6-7 seasons around there.
No,
Sean only watches the first like 6 or 7.
No, I watched the first 15. Well, now 16 because the Blu-ray collection that I bought goes up to 16 because I canceled Disney Plus. I think it was season 9 actually.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. Let's see. Lisa the Skeptic. Oh, okay. I didn't type that. Lisa the Skeptic. Season 9 episode. Come on. Why is this so difficult to find? Season 9 episode 8.
Gotcha. Okay.
We do have this other rumor that's going on around right now at the Game Awards about something Star Wars related. And this is kind of interesting to pop up because I think it's what's the name has been dropping teases about this. Carastus.
I saw that. Yeah.
You saw that. Yeah. So but the problem is now they've put something out there that I think is going to it's going to trip some people up because they dropped a hint about what sounds like Knights of the Old Republic.
He said specifically Old Republic, right?
Correct. Well, he said the leaker Caracassus, the big Star Wars game reveal set for the Game Awards, ends with the Old Republic.
So is it that Quantic? It's not that Quantic Dream game, right?
No.
That's High Republic. Yeah. Okay.
I don't think it's that one. Well, the Old Republic, people are like, oh, well, it's the nice Old Republic remake. It could be. There's also an MMO called the Old Republic. I want people to realize this.
Yeah.
And I thought about that immediately. I was like, I wonder what if they took that and they put it on consoles or something, and that's the big reveal. That'd be kind of sad. That might annoy people. Although I'll admit I've not played the Old Republic in it's been
like a decade for me. Like
I'm trying to remember when that game came out. I feel like it was 10 years ago or something. It was a long time ago, and it's still running. I can't believe it. But
BioWare's off of it now, right? BioWare's not working on it. Okay.
No, I think it was like a support studio or something on it. But it's still rolling. People still play it. It still gets updates. But I thought maybe it could have to do with the third entry in like the Jedi series right now that's going on. So after Survivor, maybe it's literally Jedi the Old Republic or something like that, or Jedi something the Old Republic. So that's because the Nice Old Republic, that's too easy. They basically just told us it's Nice Old Republic. If that's these people like to
that's a good guess. Like the third Jedi game, I like that.
Yeah, because the Jedi Survivor came out. It feels like it's been
May 2023. Yeah,
2023, right? Yeah, so it's been it's gonna be 3 years next April or May. So it and the way that they're working, of course, to get this out, they're trying to do their trilogy and they're reusing assets, all that stuff. So it does make me wonder if they could turn this thing around for 2027, and then we see an announcement right at the end of 2025. Just put it out there and get things rolling.
Do you think they're trying to announce it before like the new owners come in? It's like, all right, like this game's real. Don't worry, guys.
Oh maybe with the EA. Although that seems like one that they would want to make. I mean, just to finish out and they have that contract, of course, with Disney for that. So I think that's one that's relatively safe. But who knows what happens with EA when they go private? We won't even hear from them, so we won't know. A lot of AI stuff, I'm sure. So any other big predictions for the Game Awards? Something that's not out there, wish list thing, anything?
Okay, a new Jack of Daxter.
Yes.
Another Sly Cooper.
Let's go.
I want Banjo 3E. I'll keep on mentioning that.
Banjo?
A new Roller Coaster Tycoon, because I need more.
Did anyone think it was funny that Rare like tweeted out, like they reposted the thing you're talking about, Mumbo Mania? They reposted
Dreams,
it. People were like, why don't you make that?
Yeah, please make that. Like, it's like, no, you guys do it, and then make another Conquer too, please. Like, oh my gosh. So for the Game Awards, I will be there. I'm going for fun though.
Okay, you're not going to be on stage though.
No, not this year. Would be really cool, but no, not this year. I actually kind of want to enjoy things and like be a consumer on that side, because like
Ask
it's really
Jeff how much he likes Sean RGT.
Yeah, I'll totally ask him. We'll live tweet to Sean.
He told FVG that he liked me.
He was just checking in on you. Are you okay?
No, I bet it's good. But anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna get to like enjoy it as like a consumer, and I'm really excited because like normally when you go on stage, like you're psyching yourself up to like go out there and be perceived, and then you get off and you're like, oh my god, I did that. So I'm excited to like see it. Evanescence is playing, and I'm really looking forward to that. That's a musical act this year. Last year was Snoop, so I'm looking forward to this.
You should tweet about it, Sean. It was Sting, right? That's what got you last time.
Yeah, it was Sting.
That's right.
Tweet about Evanescence. What do you?
Did you see that rumor about like Silent Hill 1 being at the show? I saw that pop up.
That feels like that'd be really. I mean,
early.
They could. They could, but that'd be real soon.
I saw a rumor for that, and I saw a rumor for like a Tomb Raider. And the Tomb Raider one, I'm actually kind of like.
Tomb Raider.
I can see it. Yeah.
What if that statue is for Tomb Raider?
Oh, and like those like creatures like from like some deity, like some something like that.
Could be something from a tomb right there. I mean, Amazon's behind it, so like they're fronting the money.
Oh, and they're making that show with Sansa Stark from Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, they're trying to tie. The rumor's been that they're trying to tie the Tomb Raider game into like it's supposed to be one cohesive like timeline, basically, or one universe. So, I mean, it's going to be also just putting it out there. Game Award is going to be streaming on Amazon Prime. Just putting all that out there. All of a sudden, Jeff is talking up the statue. Tomb Raider, maybe. I'd like to see it.
I thought it was Amina the Hollower release date.
The statue opens up and it's Celia's there with the date.
Man, that sounds expensive. We don't have that kind of money.
I know. I read the Bloomberg article.
Oh my gosh, guys, everything's fine. Everything will be great.
No, you got it. No, you got to go the other way. People come out and buy Mina.
Yeah.
I know. Everyone, please buy Mina though, because I really do enjoy having a job.
I like the idea of that statue being tied to. I think that's my guess. It's tied to Tomb Raider now in my mind. So anything else is a disappointment.
Do you think
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say Uncharted 5 would be interesting too.
I was gonna bring that up. I was literally about to bring that up. Oh my god, that's so funny. Because on Clicker 3, you guys were talking about like that third Naughty Dog game or the second Naughty Dog game that's in dev with Sean SKG, the director of Lost Legacy. And I was looking this up before the show. So he joined back in 2021. And another reputable insider, like Daniel RPK guy, who's mainly a film guy, but he has like a few video game scoops here and there. He said that game is like 3 years in development.
That's what I thought. I read that a while ago. I was like, I kind of feel like they've been working on something else outside of Intergalactic.
So like, I don't think it will be there because I do feel like Sony would focus on like a God of War 2.5D reveal, but I feel like they might be making an Uncharted game there. And I think that would be a great reveal at the Game Awards. I don't know if it's like a brand new one or if it's a remake of Drake's Fortune. I would take either one. I love Uncharted, so like either one's good for me, but a Drake's Fortune remake would actually be pretty sick.
They should. That's a game that we see these remakes sometimes come out of Sony and people go, why do we need that? That is the one where I think most people be like, yeah, it makes sense. That game kind of needs it.
Everyone will be fully on board. That was the problem with Last of Us remake. It was a good remake, but like there's always that underlying question, like, was this really necessary? Like, you only made it for the HBO show, and it worked. It sold well. Same thing with Until Dawn. Like this remake only exists because of the movie. And speaking of Until Dawn, like, I liked it. I liked it more than Last of Us Season 2, because Last of Us Season 2 was probably the most disappointing piece of media.
It was weird how like had nothing to do with Until Dawn, the game?
Yeah, it takes place in the same world. Like I feel like the way they tie it into like at the very end is kind of cool, but it's not really like the game is way better. Like I would recommend the game 10 times out of 10 over the movie.
I really like that game.
Yeah, and like the rumor is Fire Sprite is working on Until Dawn 2, and that's like the Sony studio people don't really talk about because we really don't know what they're doing. It's just been rumored that's Until Dawn 2, and I feel like that would be a cool reveal, but we'll see.
That's so exciting. I really like the first one.
Oh, really?
The only one. Yeah, I like Until Dawn. I kept everyone alive till the end, and then I kept on fucking up, and they all died one by one. So I'm violently traumatized.
Moving the controller?
Yeah, no, I messed it up with me and my shaky hands. It went bad real quick, but they were alive for a good majority of it.
Yeah,
so I think I did a good enough job. Oops.
How about you, Spawn? Or like any other crazy predictions from you? Maybe something from like Nintendo or
calling Half-Life 3.
Okay.
Showing up to that.
I'm putting it out there. Tomb Raider and Half-Life 3 the same show. There
Okay.
it is. There it is. Nintendo probably. I don't know why Nintendo would come out to this. They never. Well, they haven't in a while. I mean,
they have like Smash DLC reveals and
they
Bayonetta 3.
Long ago.
They like to buy commercials and then not show up.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's what they've been doing recently anyway. So I mean, they can always surprise people. Again, Jeff is really building this show up. The Amazon Prime edition is interesting. That was a little surprising. So
I was going to ask you guys, what do you think the big sponsor is going to be? It's going to be Amazon, obviously. Since
because 1 year it was
Hydro Man.
Yeah, Schleck Hydro Man. There's Tencent or NetEase. Like there's a bunch of NetEase games as ad breaks, which was pretty funny. I don't know.
So what's really funny about the show is whenever they take kind of a break and you see a lot of the ads and commercials and stuff in the audience, we see that too. And it's just really funny that like we're getting the ads also. It's a good time. I love it. I cheer for those parts.
Yeah. I remember one year there's a bunch of Stadia ads, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, you start cheering, fist pumping.
No one's no. So the other thing is though, we're going into next year for Microsoft. This next year should be pretty big for them. I'm wondering if they have anything here, whether it's just to show off or add a release date.
Oh yeah,
with like Fable or the new Forza game. I think they're going to show stuff next year, but this isn't a bad spot if they want to just show a trailer for it. Gears, yeah, E-Day that could use a release. I mean, they have to start thinking about their first even quarter coming up, the first half of the year, how they're going to place these games. So the Game Awards big stage for them to show. I mean, they showed their Xbox Series X for the first time on the Game Awards stage. Yeah. So, and then they showed Perfect Dark.
That's a different Xbox though, pal.
I know.
Yesterday's Xbox is not today's Xbox.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. But I mean, just something maybe, I don't know. I think Fable is the one that I'd like to see with a release date.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Xbox and Activision, there's like that rumor like last month, 2 months ago, that Prototype remaster might be real. Like
that would be the one. That's it.
That would be a cool like shadow drop game reveal announcement. That I think that would actually be pretty sick.
I would like that if they want to do Prototype. It's been a bit. Well, we have I'm sure a big show ahead of us with this. Probably be 3+ hours long, and they'll rifle through half the awards in the pre-show. So it'll be fun. It'll be a good time.
Hey, shout out to Jeff Keighley. You know, I'm biased because he's Canadian, but I'm glad he takes the effort to bring back like some E3 magic that we're all missing.
Yeah, the Game Awards is kind of the closest thing that we have to monoculture now. It's like the game that everyone's talking about. So no, it is fun. It's a fun show. I'm really excited for it.
You know who else is excited for it? Jeff Keighley's wallet.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he'll do well. It'll do well. Let me go over here. So we had Matt Piscatella. He brought up how things did during Black Friday, as he tracks a lot of the information, of course, for Circana. And he had an interesting tweet that he put out, or message. This is on Blue Sky. In the US, PlayStation 5 accounted for 47% of the total Black Friday week hardware unit sales, leading the market. The Switch 2 ranked second at 24%. Okay. And you would think third would be then Xbox by default. So usually we go, okay, yeah, it's Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft. Those are the three that usually get tallied here. It was not Microsoft or the Xbox. It was a different system that we've all now become aware of, even though it came out at the end of 2023. It's been on the market for 2 years. It's called the Next Playground.
Now, here's the thing.
14%, by the way.
I already knew what this was.
Did you really? I'm actually shocked.
Same.
Because this one chick that I was messing around with earlier this year, she wanted to get one for her kid, and she was asking me about it. And I was like, I don't know what that is. So I looked it up, and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. So like, I was very aware of what this was, and I was like, oh yeah, it's that thing. Wow, I guess people are interested in it. It must be doing well.
So the Next Playground has bought a metric shit ton of TikTok ads. So it's been all over social media and targeting like different demographics to make
where
sales
I first
for
heard
this.
of it. Yep.
Yeah. And like a lot of people are peddling it in TikTok shop, and you don't think that like those kind of paid marketing works, but it does. It sells units. So a lot of people are peddling these. So I'm definitely not surprised it sold that many units. Also for it, they're like $250. So it is technically a cheaper price point with, games with IP that like children would recognize, since this is aimed as like a kids thing.
Here's the hilarious thing about this. By the way, to get the games, I think they have a Play Pass, which it's $89 a year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives you just set amounts of games. But the hilarious thing about this is after going through it and looking at it, it's kind of a Kinect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just saying, it gave me like iToy vibes in a way.
Yeah. It's all one device. So you don't need, like, if you have a Kinect, you need an Xbox. You have an iToy, you need a PlayStation. It's not that. It's all in one. It's just funny that they're doing stuff in like the trailer, and all I thought of was that is the Kinect. it's just Microsoft, while they sold a lot of them, got away from it, obviously. And then here comes this Next Playground thing that picks up, and rolls along and actually is doing better than I would have figured. 14% on Black Friday week is pretty good in the US, and that's in its second year. Then it's not brand new, so I was a little surprised at that. It also makes me wonder about Xbox in that case. It's like, wow, people really just aren't buying Xboxes, huh?
Did they have any discounts?
They had nothing. No.
Really?
Yeah,
Microsoft
they
did nothing for Black Friday.
Oh,
They didn't do any advertising. I talked about this earlier. I got a holiday gift guide from Amazon and Walmart, like a physical thing sent to my house. And one of them had like one picture of an Xbox and the other one didn't have anything. And meanwhile, they both had a bunch of PlayStation stuff, a bunch of Nintendo stuff. It's just, I don't know. It's almost like they don't necessarily care about selling systems, which people said I was crazy to say, but hey.
Well, this would mean they had less than 14% of Black Friday sales during that week in the US, and the US is like supposed to be their strongest market.
Yeah.
That's a little surprising.
Oh, is it? Why would you buy one? What's the incentive right now?
I guess that is the question.
See, that's the thing, though, John. They really had 100% of Black Friday sales because everything is an Xbox.
I knew people say that all the time. If everything's an Xbox, nothing's an Xbox.
Yeah.
There you go. The Nex is an Xbox. It has an X in it, John. Pay attention. Open your third eye.
Okay. It's hard for me to believe that Microsoft is really going to go 2 more years with their current like console the way it is. People are saying maybe it's not 2026 for the next Xbox. It's hard to believe that we got another 24 months in front of us before the next Xbox releases, or 23 months or whatever, in November of 2027. It's going to be an interesting run for them.
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah.
Well,
it was funny seeing the sales for the PS5. It's like, oh, now it's back to the 2020 prices. It's like, yay. It's not really like that big of a W, you know. Well,
Okay.
it is like, but like, you know what I mean.
To be fair, though, all stores are doing that. Like, I saw a bunch of videos of people, like, looking at, like, I don't know, Old Navy, and it's like everything's $10, and it's like, wow. And then you like check the other tags or whatever, and it was $10 to begin with. So everywhere is doing that. So
yep, that's where we are. Like PS5 back to 2020 prices. You're right, Radic.
Yeah, we will never get the
this.
Kevin Butler $2.99 ad energy ever again, bro.
No.
Mr. M says that PlayStation's just as dead as Xbox is, which is weird because PlayStation, the PS5 was the #1 selling system for Black Friday, but
47% is actually that was way more than I expected.
But they're dead, so it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because technically, the PlayStation is an Xbox. It's all relative.
They got the new controller out for the PlayStation 5 as well. People noticing that, the new DualSense controller.
Oh, the serial code, like
the V2,
yeah.
They got the battery life to like 15 hours apparently for that thing now.
Yeah, ever since I got my DualSense Edge, just like I'm not gonna buy a regular controller ever again. It's like I'm just gonna use I did buy a Portal.
Do that for the DualSense.
I did buy a Portal last weekend on Black Friday. And it's been pretty good. Pretty good.
Okay. Did you get the matte black or the all white model? Okay, yeah, that's the one I want to get, but I don't want to buy another Portal for it. So
yeah, like I'm only using it for like classic games, so like the PSP, PS1, PS2 games, and it runs like pretty well. I have good internet, so that's mainly why. But then I was like, all right, let me try like Patapon 1+2 replay. Let me try like a rhythm like sensitive game. Couldn't last a minute. I was like,
yeah, nope. Fighting games, racing games are usually the ones that unfortunately suffer the most from cloud gaming or even just streaming over the network.
Yeah.
Ghost Yote actually worked all right for me when I played it on that. I think I played a couple hours Ghost Yote on the Portal, and it was fine.
Yeah, I tried the cloud streaming too, because like the update came out like last month for it. And then so just like it came with the Portal once I got it, and I was like, hey, this is pretty good. But I'd rather just like remote play since I'm here anyway.
Did you see the Godslayer? Did you see the gameplay for that?
This was the former China Hero game, right?
Apparently it's still China Hero project or program.
Oh,
apparently
yeah. I saw that push. I know what you mean. Yeah.
So
this was like the Avatar Airbender.
Yes, people are looking
game.
at it as
Okay.
Avatar.
That's what they're comparing
it to. and it almost also looks. You know when they showed Black Myth Wukong a long time ago, the game signs or whatever, they showed that off. People thought it looked too good to be true. And that's what's happening with this game as well, to a degree. I saw over on like IGN did the trailer for it, and in less than a day, it had more than 3 million views on it. Because the game does look legitimately good, but it also looks like this studio showing up with this, and this is what the whole game is going to look like. Really, like they were showing off all kinds of parkour and environmental effects, and then you have all these different elemental powers that you're using.
Yeah, the elemental powers were sick. It's like he freezes a bunch of enemies and he does like a tough airbender thing where he just like piles through them.
Yeah,
like, all right, that's pretty sick.
The whole game looks really good, but
you're right.
Like, they showed looks really good.
These China games, or these AAA Chinese games, it's like, all right, this looks too good to be true. Yeah.
The AI working overtime.
it might be. If I'll be real, it might be. We don't know because they don't have to tell anybody, obviously.
Nope.
But the thing that was interesting, and the reason I think people were getting a little tripped up about the China Hero program, like you're saying, Radic, is because it's also going to the Xbox, and that kind of confused some people because.
So is SIE publishing on Xbox, or is the studio self-publishing the Xbox port?
That's what everyone's trying to figure out, because I think DualShockers, or Push Square, one of them reached out to the studio, and they were they weren't necessarily saying yes or no, but they did say that Sony was still backing them, they were still contributing, and it was also going to the Xbox. So I'm not sure if Sony's just being more lax with the idea of, hey, if we're going to do this, you can only be on PlayStation and PC. Technically, they're fine with that. But now it's an Xbox game as well, apparently.
Yeah, Ryan talks about that on Click R3 on his videos. Like, Sony has been way more laissez-faire with their deals, second-party deals. Like, remember that game, the Tomorrow Children?
Mm-hmm.
Like the PS4 game? It came out, it bombed, no one talked about it. But then, like, Dylan Cuthbert, who's the head of Q Games, he got the IP back from Sony. And like 10 years ago, Sony would never do that. They would like always keep their IP. But if they're willing to sell something as small as like the Tomorrow Children, I can see them totally being like, yeah, you can keep your IP, you can publish on Xbox, but we'll still help you guys out.
I mean, I'd recommend people check it out. We have no idea when the game's going to release. This might be 2027, 2028. When we first saw that Black Myth Wukong trailer, it was then 4 years before we got the game, something like that. So it could be a while, but it looks really good. Again, maybe a little too good to be true.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk. Actually, let me go through a few of these 4 that came through real quick. Let's see. We have 7 says, I discovered this year I'm in your top 0.5% of listeners, but I've never expressed my gratitude for your work. Thank you, and good luck for next year. Yeah, I saw a lot of those
for me.
I saw a lot of the wrap-ups that people were posting, which was cool online, like and tagging you in. So it was neat to see that. CV Sooner says, can I get a shout out for the best boy Bruce? Any recommendations on games to help overcome grief? Overcome grief. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's tough.
So
overcome. Oh,
you know what?
Okay.
I'm gonna say.
Oh, okay. John, go first. It's fine.
I'll say Donkey Kong Bonanza, and let me say why. Because I think it's just mindless fun that will take your mind off of the grief and whatever you've got going on. That would always be my pick. Just something. You know, you just sit back, you relax, you play the game, and you're not worried about other things. Because I feel like, I don't know, a lot of the narrative-driven games, there could be some, because I obviously don't know what sort of grief you're dealing with, but like some of those narrative-driven games could potentially touch on it and like make it worse or something. So, I don't know. I think just something simple fun.
Go ahead, Celia. I have a suggestion too. Go ahead.
I know, like Sean said, like it is really tough, you know, especially what kind of grief you are, the proximity, whether you want something to take your mind off of things or, you know, like I tend to lean into the narrative ones, which tend sometimes to make me sadder. But a game I recently played, okay, so it's Calibra and the Souls of Limbo. It's a papercraft, you know, action adventure game. John, I talked about this before on the Spawncast.
Yeah.
But it's basically, you know, you're in limbo and you're helping souls that have regrets move on. And like I had a really big loss this year, and so it kind of made me think, of everything. And it just gave me like a weird like sense of joy with things. So maybe that game could help.
I can't believe I had to say this again, but it's probably Expedition 33.
Dude, I played the beginning of that game.
It's the answer for everything. I don't know. Do they play the beginning?
John.
I know,
Jesus.
right? You played the beginning of it, Celia?
Yeah, I played the beginning.
Ooh, okay.
So I got to very early on in things, and I was like, "Oh shit, this game is very good." I will probably play it after the Game Awards, so everyone's going to be hyped around me, and I'm going to be like, "Oh, I don't get it, but it looks real good," and then I'll play it. So I do with everything.
Good, Radic.
Oh no, my answer was more in line with like Sean's line of thinking. I'd recommend Tearaway. Either on PS Vita or Unfolded on PS4. Either version works, but that is a delightful game that people should talk more about. And like the last hour of that game is like really special to me. So Tearaway's my pick.
Let's see. Let's head over to Micron. Micron's out. You guys saw this news, but Micron is no longer going to be providing consumer level RAM. So Crucial, which a lot of people have probably, if you've built a PC in the past, you've probably at least shopped around for RAM or SSDs or whatever else. And you may even have bought a laptop or something right now and it just has Crucial memory in it or a desktop. But they have been quite a large company in that regard. I think in terms of market share, they were about 24% or so of the market for just consumer grade RAM. And they say that they are out. Like they are no longer going to be doing that. Crucial is shutting down. They say they'll be supporting until the end of fiscal Q2, which is February 2026. And they say the AI-driven growth in the data center has led to a surge in demand for memory and storage. Micron has made the difficult decision to exit the Crucial consumer business in order to improve supply and support for our larger strategic customers in faster-growing segments. So,
good luck.
That's great. Once again, this is so now we're down to technically in the market we had 3, which Micron they're still providing it, but they'll be out in 3 months or something, 4 months. So Micron, Samsung, SK Hynix. Now we're down to Samsung and SK Hynix. Those would be the 2 that would be more readily available for consumers. And we just talked about a couple of shows ago, SK Hynix has sold a lot of their contracts already through 2026 because of a lot of this AI data center stuff and how the amount of energy, the amount of parts, everything that's going into building these data centers is almost overwhelming to where if you're a business like Micron or Samsung, it's hard to ignore the amount of money that you can just extract from that right now, because it's a risk to make 16 gigabytes DDR5 and ship it out to Newegg to then sell for a smaller profit margin than, oh, you'll sign us for the next 2 years and you'll give us all the money basically now. So it's like risk or not risk, money or a little bit of money or a ton of money. And that's kind of where we are, where Micron is out. I think SK Hynix might, I don't know if they're going to follow completely, but I kind of feel like they're going to start focusing on AI and data centers, and most likely Samsung. And that means, have you guys seen RAM prices recently?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A 64 gigabyte pair of DDR5 has gone up hundreds of percent now to where it costs more than a PlayStation 5 just for that. For a 64 gigabytes DDR5.
What?
If you look at 32 gigabytes of DDR5, like I can pull it up right now, that is trending in the 300-ish range. There's some like really nice RAM that people would buy, the kind that lights up on top and it does all the cool stuff. That's for 32 gig pair, like total. That's sitting around $400-ish. So yeah, it's RAM right now is through the roof. And it seems like it just keeps getting more and more expensive. Now, the next thing up, because we see with Crucial also did a lot with solid state storage, NVMe, flash, DRAM, NAND flash, all the stuff that also goes into, you could say, consoles. Like, for example, on the PS5 Pro, while they use Samsung memory for the GPU or the APU, they also have Micron in there for like system level, where they added RAM to the system to help out for system level tasks, and that is from Micron. So the thing I'm looking at this, while building a PC is going to be very, very expensive, I think next year, like even more so than it is now, I do wonder as the PS6 roadmap and the next Xbox Series roadmap is starting up, I'm sure, how they navigate that if they want more than even 16 gigabytes of memory. Like all of a sudden they want 32 gigabytes in their system. I don't know how feasible that is if we are thinking, oh, it's gonna be a $600 console then.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I feel like 700 is the sweet spot now for PS6.
Yeah, that's kind of what
that's just for the console. I don't even want to even begin to think about the handheld because I could see that going either way.
Yeah, that's probably 700 without a disk drive. That's probably, I think it's probably $80 for the disk drive. It's probably like 780. Yeah,
vertical stand, a $50 vertical stand. You know.
Yeah, that's how Ace gets some money back that way. You sell the faux aluminum stand for a lot of money. The AI craze, the wave is finally, I think people are starting to realize, they're looking at like, oh, this actually will affect us a bit with how everything's looking right now. 2026 is going to be a sketchy year, I think. At least next year and a half is going to be kind of sketchy.
Sketchy year. Oh my God.
I mean, how much more expensive are computers now? How much more expensive can RAM get? GPUs probably coming up too with all the VRAM that you need for those now. People don't like 8 gigabytes. They need like 12, 16. That's expensive. There's AMD's already raised prices, mentioned 10%. NVIDIA's decided not to supply board partners. So you buy like an Asus card or something. They're not supplying board partners with RAM anymore, just the chips themselves. It's and might even just see low cost or budget GPUs just go away because it's not worth building because the RAM costs more than the whole thing does.
Yeah.
So this to me just works out to where it's very top heavy for tech in the industry. I don't know how that works out.
Good luck.
I mean, that's
what do I say? Yesterday's price isn't today's price, and today's price is not tomorrow's price. And you will be experiencing that very soon.
Here's the good news. DDR4 is still cheap. I'm just putting that out there, people. DDR4 is not expensive yet. I say yet because it's all supply and demand. And I think eventually people go, could I put together a PC and just use DDR4? And I think they're going to realize they can. Just putting that out there because you can still put together a nice system and get $50 of DDR4 that'll give you 16 gigabytes of memory and be on your way. So
that Dance Dance Revolution, baby.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. That's all it is. That's all it is. But the point is that it will affect. I mean, everything. All these systems and stuff use RAM. You have a big player like Micron leave the consumer facing space, and now there's two companies that most would be bidding with. Yeah, the price goes up. Price goes up. And we talked about how a lot of these systems could be going like. Apparently, Microsoft might be raising their Xbox prices again, and we just talked about how Black Friday week but there's the thing. There's the RAM shortage right now is actually affecting even these big companies who are trying to source it and have it make sense at $650. Like they're trying to make it make sense at $650.
Yeah.
If Xbox does that, then PlayStation will probably do it too. Like that. Yeah. I know we're shitting on like Xbox for like, being potentially the one to do it, but it's all the companies are just looking at it going, this might be the next thing that we do if the other people do it as well. I don't know. This is wild.
Everyone will. I 100% expect prices to go up for every platform that is currently available in 2026.
This sucks.
Now you have that beautiful blanket. Whether or not it truly affects you all that much, that's besides the point. The narrative's already out there. So now you can do what you want to do and what you feel like you need to do, and people won't ask questions.
Yeah, PSA. Hey, you know what? If it happened, I wouldn't be shocked if there was $1,000 model, not the baseline.
With like 2 terabytes or something,
something like that, where they're like, I think we can make this work by adding extra storage, and we'll try to make some money on that one and lose a little bit on this one. And you know what I mean? It's going to be so weird how all this works out because people don't even know what's going to happen here with all the AI stuff anyway. It's such a murky path forward for this. Everyone's like, well, eventually AI will solve all the problems. We just got to get to it.
This is exhausting. I'm just so tired of hearing about all this stuff.
Well, that's the problem. It affects everything now. So it's like no matter where you turn, they're like, yeah, it's getting more expensive because of AI. It's like, man, I'm at the doctor's office. How did this happen? Everything is going up for it.
Well, people keep on making their they want to make their AI videos of what if Hollow Knight was a 3D game and it looked like dog shit,
Yeah, some of those videos, I don't know why they keep sharing those videos. They're like, look, this is what AI can do, and I'm like, it looks really bad.
My favorite thing is always the quote tweet is like, hey Nintendo, hey whoever owns it, this video is making me not want to buy your game, stuff like that.
I see that.
I love those. Yeah. No, that's great. But I'm convinced it's like the dead internet theory that all the bots are just promoting whatever garbage AI thing being like, this looks great. Because whenever I see those comments of them actually liking it, I'm like, there's no way. It looks like garbage. It's not even, I don't know.
It's like the wrestling ones. Some of them are decent when it's like a promo, like Mr. Rogers joins the NWO. But anytime it's like an actual wrestling match, it just looks so fucking stupid. And then you have people these fucking on Facebook. It's so funny because there's so many. I want to say a word, but you're not allowed to say it. Really interesting people that watch it and they're like, "Wow, I don't remember that." And it's like, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? Please sell your phone and delete your Facebook.
I see that a lot too. Once the bubble pops for this stuff, Fox. I'm sad the bubble pops abruptly as people are hoping. I think it'll get kind of ugly.
When are people expecting that to happen? 2027, 2028?
There's so many predictions about 2027 either being complete doomsday or Nirvana, basically. It's one or the other. It's oh, look, super intelligence, everything's solved. Or we ran out of
the
money
whole year, right?
And space. So it's over. It's what do you mean? No, it's done. And then just power goes out. So,
oh boy.
Yeah.
Josie will be good. She got that Amish living down pat.
Right.
She has her goats and her farm.
I don't know. The AI stuff is it's gonna be an interesting year next year. That's what I mean. We'll see. But yeah, the thing's about to get more expensive, which is crazy because things are already expensive. So, yay.
I mean,
right there, Celia.
Speaking
of I'm exhausted. Oh no, it's fine. I'm just complaining and being grumpy. What did you have to say?
No, I was gonna ask, do you guys think I know Microsoft, not to shit on Microsoft again, but they tried to do the 70 to 80 price bump. Do you think we'll see proper $80 games next year?
Oh, I see what you're saying for the next generation. So whenever they move to next gen, let's say they do it in 2026, or you think just next year?
Just next year in general. Yeah.
Well, next year Microsoft is supposed to do it, right? Because the
for the console, right? But
no, for the games.
Okay.
They did $80 on Outer Worlds 2, and then they backtracked it. But I believe that was just for 2020
for holiday.
Yeah, for holiday stuff. So I expect them to be 80. I think you'll see Nintendo with more 80s, and I think Sony will do their first 80.
Oh yeah,
Intergalactic, that's going to be 80, 100%.
I wonder if Wolverine is going to be 80. That's
an expensive game, I bet, to make. Yeah. To make that kind of game, that's probably expensive with the licensing. We saw that with Spider-Man when that leaked out, and it was it was more than just the licensing alone was more than most games' budgets, like AAA games even. It was insane.
Dude, those Insomniac hack, those slides were insane, man. When they said Spider-Man 3 Part 1, Spider-Man 3 Part 2, I'm like, what?
Yeah, they're trying to work it out to basically they get $100 game out of it, but they need two $50 games, kind of what if you released one game kind of like that, almost like Dispatch, but a bigger game, and then you have to wait the rest of the year to get it. So they release one part at the beginning of the year, you got to wait the whole year to then get the second part at the end of the year.
They did that with the Matrix movies, right? Matrix 2 came out and 6 months later Matrix 3, or am I making that up?
Did they?
I can't remember.
You could be right. I'm not sure. I don't remember that far back, but
yeah, it's so it's if that happened, would both Part 1 and Part 2 be nominated separately at the Game Awards. You know,
I have no idea how any of that works. That's what I mean. It's so weird. And then we'd be reviewing parts of games and without the full picture. It'd be that review in progress until the next, because like Dispatch was getting a review in progress throughout the series, the season. You know, I guess it'd be that. That's where we are now. That's where we are. AI can save us though, so just gotta give them more money. Just give them more. I do think, though, what we saw with Microsoft, they're waiting for a game that they can make 80. And because what happened with Outer Worlds 2, they had to kind of give up Call of Duty. So
they should have just done it with Call of Duty. Like, why would
they? Yeah, but I guess part of it was like, you know what, reset, we'll come back next year. And I mean, Call of Duty even hasn't been doing that well, apparently. So I think they may look at, if I was going to pick one from next year to do 80 for, is probably Forza Horizon.
Yeah.
6. That crowd is already used to paying. We used to sell, this is Forza Horizon 3. There was a $100 version. It was early access to where you get it Wednesday instead of Friday. And we sold them constantly. We had stacks of them. They're selling $100. I have no problem buying those. So I think that crowd would do 80. No problem.
I mean, GTA 6, $80 game.
Oh, yeah. I feel like most people expect it to be 80, so they're already fine with it. So, all right. Let's talk about. Here's thanks DC Fat Cat. Click on buy your own someone super chat. Thank you. And then the Casual Noob Gamer says RGT85. Don't spoil Metroid Prime 4 like you did in your video.
I didn't spoil it. I'm not John.
I didn't spoil. I feel like I did a pretty good job not spoiling Metroid Prime 4.
Hey,
I think
John,
I did good.
What's your favorite part about the ending? Just wondering.
You know, so that's the thing with the ending and stuff. I'm scrolling through and people have stuff from the secret ending on Twitter X already.
Oh, there's a secret ending.
Pictures of it. Yeah. there's like stuff you get for 100% completion. Everything. People are already posting the ending online, and it was the first day how did people even do this? I don't even know how it happened, but they had it, and I saw it. So there you go. Let's take a look at this. Netflix set to acquire Warner Bros. Following separation of Discovery Global for a total enterprise value of $82.7 billion. To my understanding, there's some debt involved. That's why it's equity value of $72 billion. They're taking $10 billion of debt from WB, who had like $40 billion. So they split themselves up. That's how they're making this happen. But they have two different companies now with WB. That's the idea. Split it into two. One will have all the TV networks. I guess they want to hold on to all of those, and they could probably spin that off and let some other big company acquire those TV networks. I think that's the idea. They're kind of splitting this up, piecemealing it, and trying to make their exit. But they said the cash and stock transaction value at $27.75, $82.7 billion, and they're looking for this to close Q3 2026. So this is not closed. Netflix kind of just put this out there on their website as it looks very formal. It looks like they made it happen. It still has to go through all the regulatory stuff. It could be drawn out to being years of that for all we know, but they're looking to move on this thing in like the next 6-7 months. So get this thing done. And there's a lot of concern around this right now based on a few things. For us, it would be more about the gaming division, but I mean, just in general, right? Because there's a lot of pop culture stuff wrapped up in this. And Cecilia, you had an immediate reaction to this.
This is bad. This is not good. If this merger does happen, which I'm hoping it doesn't, because it's too much kind of feeling like a monopoly on things, prices will go up. I know right now we have the illusion of choice of picking different, streaming services or whatever, but they're gonna do price hikes again, being like, oh, we're adding more value. Like there's a lot of things going on in this. I was looking at what IPs that they own, and it's a lot of stuff. It's like an alarming amount. They also would own streaming rights for like Ghibli films and stuff like that. I was like, whoa, like they have like everything. I didn't even realize like how many things were added to that, like to begin with. So I don't know. I don't like it. We need competition in the market. Doing this is just a bad idea. But are they going to? Probably. Whatever.
Harry Potter, big part of that. DC Universe, Lord of the Rings is in there. Mortal Kombat. Mad Max, all the
Looney Tunes,
stuff.
Cartoon Network. Yeah.
That's true. It's Scooby Doo, Tom and Jerry's in there. Actually, the MonsterVerse would be, I guess, Godzilla's kind of in there. I'm not.
Yeah, King Kong and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I know the right stuff can get kind of confusing, but there's a lot of that wrapped up, and even in like TV with Game of Thrones, Sopranos, Big Bang Theory, which reruns for that somehow.
The Wire,
crazy numbers. The Wire, Succession. Yeah, there's a lot. Even you used to watch the show, Sean, Euphoria.
I watched it because of a girl, though.
See, that's in there, Sean.
never
One of Sean's
finished it.
favorite shows.
I never finished it.
But games. Okay, so games, intellectual properties, Mortal Kombat, as you mentioned, Radic. Of course, all the Batman Arkham stuff that's been done.
Yeah.
They kind of moved away from that. Suicide Squad, as Gotham Knights, those didn't work out. But
Fear.
Still. Oh yeah, Fear. Yeah,
Fear.
the Lego, all the Lego game stuff that they do. The Middle Earth, Shadow Mortar.
The
although
Nemesis system, not a game, but like just like the system in general. Yeah.
The Nemesis system. Yeah. So that's the thing. Here's the funny thing about this, right? I looked through that press release. They named a lot of stuff that they were getting from WB, kind of pumping it up a bit. If you like Control F and search for WB games, it is nowhere in here. Games, nothing. Netflix is not exactly known for their games.
No.
If you look at the way that they do this on their platform, they have games. What they do is they try to cater it towards mobile phones. So if you right now go on the Netflix app on your phone, you can download Red Dead Redemption. They did that, which is pretty cool. But they don't exactly put out games that we'll be talking about next week, the Game Awards, something like that, right?
Yeah.
They're not known for that.
Fun fact. We had a contract with Netflix, so you could have, for a short period of time, play Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon on Netflix games.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they pick up all different types of games occasionally. But yeah, it is a focus on mobile to fill that market for them.
So that's my concern is I don't really know what they do with Rocksteady, NetherRealm. I guess
TT. Well, TT can still do its own thing, right?
Well,
the Lego guys.
TT Games, I could see Lego Games kind of working on mobile. I don't know. It's like general audience. They could probably make that happen.
Well,
but then like WB Games Montreal, I don't know what Avalanche. I would assume there's been discussion around a new Harry Potter game in the works after what we got with the last one. So I don't really know if they are exactly excited to go, oh yeah, finally the billions of dollars of expenses with all these game studios and their hundreds of millions of dollar projects. That would be my one concern with things like NetherRealm. Like I feel like they look at Mortal Kombat and go, that makes a lot of sense for a streaming TV series or streaming movie. Not necessarily that makes a lot of sense for us to release a game with it.
Yeah, it's like, wasn't there they were making a AAA game studio with Joe Staten, right?
Yep. They were trying to do that
for like 3 years and they shut it down last year. So like, why would anyone have any confidence in Netflix owning all these other AAA developers? Like, honestly, my first thought is like, all right, which Netflix character are they going to put in Mortal Kombat? Like Swamp Thing from Stranger Things, or like whoever, Squid Game.
So here's the interesting thing. This is a few days ago. Steven Totilo had this report that Netflix did sell game studio Spry Fox back to its founders. So they've also been known to basically have the studio go independent away from them. But as you're mentioning, they don't seem as interested in games as they had 6 studios, and apparently now they're down to 3, according to Steven Totilo here. So I almost wonder, I don't know if it's a long shot or not, as we have seen this where a studio will buy its own independence. I don't know if that's something that NetherRealm, Rocksteady, or TT Games or WB Games Montreal will be able to do. I think they're kind of along for the ride, but maybe NetherRealm, maybe.
Yeah, but as you said, I feel like Netflix sees Mortal Kombat as an IP they can like exploit for like. It feels like they're going to exploit that IP.
They would have to leave. If NetherRealm went independent, they would need Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
they would need a contract that says they can make Injustice, something like that. Otherwise, that would be a shame because then we just wouldn't get. Can you imagine not getting any more Mortal Kombat games? I know Mortal Kombat 1 came out and was just it was
definitely the weakest of the new era. Yeah,
you got the Legacy Collection. That's all you need, John.
Yeah,
but like the attempts at new versions of Mortal Kombat and even progress because they rebooted the story with Mortal Kombat 1.
Oh boy,
yeah.
But it's still big in the competitive scene. People do get excited when a new Mortal Kombat game gets announced. All that happens.
It's still like the best-selling casual fighting game franchise, other than
Right.
Smash Brothers. Yeah.
But Saudi
Right.
owns a competitive scene now, right? They own Evo.
Yeah, yes.
So
Yeah,
they can.
yeah.
So Saudis will figure something out. They'll make Mortal Kombat with a
man.
C instead of a K.
Oh gosh.
Immortal Kombat is what
Immortal
it'll be called,
Kombat. Immortal
and it'll be
Kombat.
fine.
I did look at the numbers, Celia, as you're mentioning. So they would get HBO Max, and I don't know how that works with subscriber numbers, because I have a feeling there are many people who have both HBO Max and Netflix. So I figure they'd probably look at that and be like, okay, there's 128 million, it says HBO Max subscribers, and there's over 300 million Netflix subscribers. So I assume there's crossover. Maybe it's another 50 that they gain, but that would make them, as you're mentioning with the subscriber, that's how this gets judged. How many subscribers do you have?
Yeah.
And Netflix already has the most, and then you tack on another, even if you say 120 like they had, that makes them like 40-something% of the market in terms of subscriber counts.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
I
against-
canceled my Netflix.
Did you? With Stranger Things?
Yeah, I'll just watch it online, dog.
Well, you're honest about it. I had to see what happened. Dude, you know how long this has been going on with Stranger Things? I have to see how it ends at this point. I'm too far in, you know.
Well, I haven't watched any of the newer episodes. I'm just gonna wait for them to all be out, and then I'll just spend a day watching.
Yeah,
it.
they're doing that thing where I think Christmas Day they're gonna release the next 4 of them, and then New Year's Day I think they're gonna do a 2.5-hour season finale episode. It's like, this is a movie. What is this?
I can totally see them, like, if this deal goes through, it's like Netflix goes to TT Games. It's all right, make a Lego Stranger Things game, you know?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
I guess
There was
the
a
one.
Stranger Things game. You remember that?
Yeah,
It was a pixel sprite game.
Oh, vaguely.
It was,
Yeah.
it was a game.
So I mean, but that is interesting you bring that up. Let's say that Netflix sees this, just at the optimistic standpoint, they see this as, oh, okay, now we can actually make a real attempt at games. The amount of intellectual properties they have, that let's say a studio like WB Montreal wants to make a game based on all these intellectual properties they now have control of, and what Netflix has, I mean, that could be kind of interesting if they were serious about it.
Thing is, like, I feel like WBIP is infinitely more exciting than Netflix IP. Yeah,
it is.
It's like DC alone. Like, come on, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Looney Tunes, compared to what? Squid Games, House of Cards. Come on, man.
I almost wonder if they'd finally make that Superman pitch because at that point I'd be like, oh, okay, maybe we need to show up with something that's actually compelling. Like, we'll really get the executive at Netflix interested. Let's make Superman. Let's do it. It's what people have been calling for. So I'm trying to figure out if this is really going to matter to the cast here. Because I know Sean doesn't go to the theater at all.
No,
he doesn't care. I don't know if Celia or Radic, you guys go out to the theater much.
It depends the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other concern here is that WB was big with theatrical releases. Obviously, with things like DC, they've created their new universe. Superman came out. I saw that in theaters. I thought it was actually a fun time.
Yeah, pretty good.
But now with Netflix doesn't really care that much about the theater like that.
No, they just like released a movie for like 2 weeks to get that Oscar eligibility, and that's it.
Yes. So they are very quick to then go, okay, now it's on streaming, which, I mean, look, I will admit, if I have Netflix and the movie comes out and it looks good, but they're like, hey, in 2 weeks, it's just going to go to the streaming platform anyway, I might pass on going out to the theater and spending, $50. If you bring the kids and stuff, it's like a family movie, it might be $100.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Maybe I'll just wait till next Friday to see this thing.
I think it just depends the movie. If it's something that you're really stoked about,
sure,
like
Zootopia is breaking records.
Yeah.
The
last movie I saw in theaters was I went to the Demon Slayer movie. I went to the midnight release. It was awesome.
Oh well, yeah. If you go to midnight release, the idea is kind of the community feeling, right?
Yeah. So Yeah, like it's just kind of one of those things where it just depends. But yeah, if it's released on streaming services, I'm more likely to be like, okay, I'll wait. Have you guys seen Zootopia yet? The new one?
My kids went and saw it, and they said it was good.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I
about
did not
that.
go. I did not go.
I'll probably go to that eventually soon.
People seem to like it. Zootopia too.
Yeah, dude, I really liked the first one. It was such a fun
the first
movie.
one's like surprisingly great. Like it caught me off guard of like how much I enjoyed it for sure.
Did you not believe in it? You're like, nah.
And it was just like I was working at a theater at that time, so like
Okay.
I seen the intro of that movie like way too many times, so I was like kind of put off by it.
Okay.
And then I eventually saw it like a month later. I'm like, oh wow, this was actually like really thought provoking. Like, great movie.
I did not see it. I was filming at the time.
Yeah.
Trust me. Hey, sometimes it's easier when
Father of the Year over here. Father of the Year.
Hey, we just watched Nightmare Before Christmas for the first time with them tonight. Good movie.
Were you president of the room or no?
Yeah, I'm the one who set it up, got it all in place, got the popcorn, the whole thing. Hey, that's a classic movie. That's a classic movie. Got to show them the classics. Got that. Got Home Alone 1 and 2. That's coming up still. You know. Got the Santa Claus. What else am I missing?
Elf.
That's one that I think they're ready
Jingle
for
All the Way.
Too. I'm thinking about Jingle All the Way, but
I
here's
like
the
that
thing.
movie.
You have to kind of figure out.
Like that movie.
You have to kind of figure out if they're going to get bored of it or not halfway through. The thing that was nice about the Nightmare Before Christmas is there's a lot of sensory overload happening. So they are very into it because things keep happening. Whereas if you have Jingle All the Way, well, I remember it classic. I could watch it now and it'd be fun, I'm sure. There are moments where it's kind of boring, is how they call it, where people are just talking and hanging out. It's like, that's boring.
That's the problem with Christmas Story in 2025. Like my nephew tried to watch it. He was like, yeah, he was kind of bored by it.
Yeah, so we're going through a bunch of so the Grinch, they don't like the classic Grinch as much. They like there's like a newer cartoon Grinch. I think that
How about the Jim Carrey one?
They've watched that one too. They say it's like there's the Grinch with real people and there's the cartoon Grinch, but not the old cartoon Grinch. So they have like names for all of them. But got to go through and do all the rounds for movies. So I have to watch Home Alone. There's a Home Alone 3. Didn't like that one as much.
You don't need to watch that one. No.
Ew, what the fuck are you doing? You should call CPS on your fucking ass.
You have to. I mean, you gotta at least know what's out there. That's out there. It recommends it. There's like Santa Claus. I thought there was like 3 Santa Claus. I think there was another one or something. So the kid's like older. It's kind of strange.
Fuck Bernard.
Oh man, you still haven't let that go, have you,
bro?
How about
fucking weirdo?
I was gonna say, how about any like Christmas games you're gonna play during the holiday, like Christmas themed video games?
People are telling me that Batman Arkham Origins is the Christmas game to play, and I was like, I haven't played that
that's
game in a long
pick.
time.
Yeah,
maybe that is the move. Maybe that's the move. It's been a bit.
What other Christmas games are there? I actually don't know. Miles Morales.
That's a good one. Yeah. What did you say, Sean?
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh, you're gonna play Batman Arkham Origins then? All right.
I might. I got it on my my ROG.
Hey, maybe Netflix can remaster Origins. That could be like their first step of goodwill. Like the only good thing that comes
exclusive.
Out. We need more. We do need more Christmas games.
There's plenty. There's the Grinch game. There's the Dreamcast Grinch game. There's the Rudolph game that I kind of still want because I like the animation style. It looks.
There's the Christmas Town level in Kingdom Hearts 2. That kind of counts.
Okay. It really is Miles Morales and Batman.
Yeah, it really is just the 2 superhero games.
Dead Rising 4. Thank you.
Shenmue.
There we go.
Shenmue.
Apparently Shenmue. You think Shenmue 4 is going to be at this thing, Sean? The Game Awards?
that trailer wasn't real. Night's
That
Christmas.
was
what was the whole thing about that trailer? Was that like a
trailer was great. It
was like made by Sora or something? Like
I thought it looked fake when I saw it. I was like, I don't know. Although I say that, but if somebody did that same thing for the exact same Shenmue 3 trailer they showed us where the faces didn't move, I think the same thing. Like, it's fake. And it was real. So who knows? It could be real. I don't know. It's just it already kind of looks like it was made by AI most times.
Bayonetta 2. Bayonetta 2's at Christmas time.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh,
That's fair.
Astrobot, yeah, and the medallion in the chat, the Astrobot Christmas level. That's it.
Are we just like attributing any game with snow in a level?
Kind of.
Banjo Kazooie, Freezy Peaks, that counts.
Okay.
Batman Returns, Super Nintendo.
That
does count, John.
Christmas.
When does the movie take place? Have you watched the movie? It takes place in Christmas.
Okay. It's fair. That's fair.
With Bible Adventures, that wisdom tree game count? Would
That's
that
like
be
some angry video game nerd shit right there, man. Oh my god.
I don't know. I'm just throwing out things. I'm being supportive for you guys. So many
There's
options.
there's snow in Mario 64. There is.
Where are the Hanukkah games? That's the real
Hanukkah.
question.
Yeah, I should start complaining. Oh well.
You should tell that should be if Mina's a success and you don't have to go work at Arby's, that should be your next game.
That's a great idea. Thanks, Sean.
Put it in the suggestion box at work.
Yeah, I'll put it in the GDD. We'll just do that next.
Yeah, let's see. I want to give a shout out to the viewers here, the chat and everything, as we did end up raising $368 Toys for Tots tonight as we were hanging out chatting about video games and stuff. So that's awesome. So big shout out to everyone there. Well, we're going to continue this. I think it can be the same one. So it'll just show that amount next time we start up, and then we'll see how things go throughout December as we have the 13th and the 20th. Those are the last 2 days of the year for Spawncast. I think on the 20th, we'll get MVG out here, and we'll just do a whole look back at the year for all the games that have come out and that we've played, and we can just talk about all the games that we either enjoyed or didn't like or anything. It's kind of a
the big year in review episode. Yep.
Yeah, kind of, yeah, basically. So I made a list of the games that I had to like go through and start making a list and try to remember what I played through, because it's like that. But that'll be good. That'll be good episode there. Let me go around here as we finish up. Radic, sir, where can everyone find you?
I'm at Real Radic on every social media platform, but I'm mainly on Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. Those are the places you'll find me. Thanks for having me, guys. It's always a pleasure chatting with you all. And I'm just really excited for the Game Awards. I'm actually like feeling it. Like I hope we see some cool stuff next week.
Really hoping for some big announcements there. We'll see. Something from Sony. God of War 2.5D. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Celia, where can everyone find you?
You can find me on Twitter/X. I'm Celia B with 3 E's. I'm also on Instagram at Kosher Gamer. I'll probably be posting Game Awards stuff on my Instagram, like story, like as I'm venturing around and watching the stuff. So yeah, go say hi on there. And then also I'm on a podcast with Sean and Josie and Nate eventually again. It's called Game and Talk. We go live every other Wednesday to talk about Nintendo news or whatever Sean wants to rant about that day. So that's real fun. And I also stream on there. I do art/gaming streams. Usually they're now on Sundays at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But tomorrow I'm kind of figuring out if I can stream or not, because I need to pick Kevin up at the airport. So might go live next week, actually. I'll keep you all in the loop.
Kevin's
Mumbo
her
Mania.
brother, by the way. Kevin is
No,
her
oh my
brother.
God, Jesus Christ. No.
It's her brother. Keep sending those simp donations into Game and Talk. Kevin is her brother.
I was going to say you're going to play Mumbo Mania.
Oh my God, I need to. It's very important.
Yeah, just play it on stream for the first time. That would be cool.
I know, right? Live
Sean,
react.
where can everyone find you, sir?
You can find me on RGT85. Go check out the Metroid Prime 4 spoiler-free video on the channel from today for more thoughts about the game. And tomorrow, I have to address something that was a news topic this past week that once I looked into it and saw what people are saying, it blew my mind how fucking stupid people are. And, like, they know nothing about retail and how retail works, because the ideas that are being thrown around were just absolutely amazing. So I just bury a bunch of people yet tomorrow. So check that out.
Make people mad again tomorrow?
The people that will get mad, I won't name any names or anything like that, but the people that get mad will be the people that either said something online or made a video with just their narrative, which is just completely wrong, because like anyone with a brain and a basic understanding of how businesses work would understand what's going on with it. So it'll be interesting.
Okay, fair enough. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Again, appreciate everyone who contributed here for Toys for Tots. We'll keep that going over the next couple episodes and see where we can end up here. Maybe we can get to the $1,000 mark to donate here for Toys for Tots. So we'll keep it going. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll be back next Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll see you guys then.